All right, now to get started, we'll need a 1x6 by 6 feet long piece of white common wood or piece of pine to keep the cost low. Grab your circular saw and set the bevel down to 30 degrees. Using some kind of speed square or any kind of right angle cutting device, create a nice crisp cut across the board with that 30-degree angle. After we got the 30-degree cut, measure out 8 to 9 inches depending on how wide you want these shelves to be, and then you will need a 150-degree cut. Since our miter gauge doesn't go to 150 degrees, we will just flip the board over and create another 30-degree cut. You'll want to repeat this process 6 identical times. That way it'll ensure that your hexagon shelf is actually completely symmetrical. Now, I've simplified this project based off the common tools that people can get into, but if you have access to a miter saw, they'll definitely speed up this process. Now you want to send every piece down to 150 grit on both the front and back side. All right, now when creating these hexagon or honeycomb shelves, the end grain glue-ups, that's basically anytime you see the side of, end grain of piece of wood, it's usually the hardest glue up and the most difficult, and the reason why is because the entire grain pattern of a piece of wood runs like straws. So grab a handful of straws, that's what it looks like. And just like putting flowers like roses into a vase, they tend to suck the water up. When you put glue on top here, let's say we glue these two pieces together, there would be a lot of wood glue that would go into the end grain, kind of like a straw, and you would lose a lot of your strength before it actually dries up. So one little tip that I've learned that doesn't guarantee 100% strength, but improves it significantly, is if you clog these pores right away. So all I'm doing is taking a little bit of wood glue and doing a little fine layer on top. It dries really quickly. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's all gonna dry in about 5 minutes or so. Once it's dried and the pores are clogged, then at that point am I gonna put another layer of wood glue and then actually join them together. So that's a little trick for you guys so they don't fall apart later. Now for the glue up, you wanna lay all the pieces on their belly and line them all up, all the 6 pieces. Connect them all together with 2 to 3 strands of masking tape, flip them back on their backs, and put a liberal amount of wood glue in each joint. Then simply just roll it up together and connect the ending pieces with both wood glue and 2 brad nails. Once you got it secured, grab a ratchet strap and secure it completely around and giving it a nice decent amount of pressure to hold it all together. At this point, it's symmetrical. I like to go the extra step if you have access to a brad nail gun and put 2 brad nails into each joint and let it dry overnight. The next day, when everything is dry, remove the ratchet strap, sand off any excess wood glue squeeze out, and fill in all the brad nail holes with wood filler to get things ready for stain. Apply the stain using a foam brush. Once got to the desired color and it's dry, finish off with 2 to 3 coats of a clear spray polyurethane for added protection. For hardware, I'm using sawtooth hangers. They typically come with the 1/2-inch nails. I don't recommend using those. Instead, use at least a 1-inch nail or small screws to secure them in place. Because these shelves will be pretty low hanging and I have kids in the house, I wanted to secure these shelves exactly into the stud instead of the drywall by itself. To help me with this process, I went down to my local hardware store and picked up the Zircon HD900 MultiScanner. One of my favorite features about the HD900 scanner is that its ability to find the center of the stud as opposed to only the edge of it. So what does that mean for us? Well, when we made our shelves, we made them from 9-inch long pieces. That way, when 2 shelves are built together with a 1-inch gap spacing the 2 away, there's exactly 16 inches from one center to the other. And since the modern day building code is 16 inches on center for every wall stud, all we have to do is have the scanner show us exactly where one stud is in the center and then move it over to find the second center, and then now we have 2 perfectly placed shelves hanging on the wall. Some of my favorite features of the Zircon MultiScanner HD900 is the wire detection. It has the ability to detect live AC current wire behind the walls in both the stud scan, deep scan, and the metal scan. Now, speaking of metal scan, one of my favorite things about the metal scan is that it's able to detect non-ferrous metals like copper pipes behind the wall up to 1.5 inches deep, and ferrous metals like steel pipe up to 3 inches deep. Well, that is it for me this week. Thanks so much for watching this video. Big thank you to Zircon for partnering us on this project. Head over to the Instagram. They're hosting a 2019 summer giveaway. I'll put a link down in the description below for you guys to go check that out. Make sure you like, comment, and share this with your friends. Subscribe right there and check out that video right there. Tune out this week. We'll see you guys next week. See ya. Bye.